Good afternoon, everybody. Jonathan Geck here with The Daily Opportunity. Excited to bring a guest on today to the channel, Blake Silverstein. We will get to Blake in just a few minutes, but it's been a really exciting past 24 hours. And I wanted to give you an update on what the market looks like. So we are in April 21st. It is the afternoon of April 21st, and the market, if I share my screen. Share. As you can see here on this side of the screen, the market has been selling off. This may be the beginning of the next leg down, like I've been talking about, or it could be a temporary pullback. We don't know for sure. My opinion is it's the start of the next leg down. Big news yesterday was West Texas Intermediate went negative. And I saw a lot of the headlines and they were very misleading, in part because of how futures contracts work. It was negative, but not all futures contracts were negative. And in fact, it's not negative anymore. It's a very brief period in time. That being said, it was a historic moment because it hadn't happened before. Crude oil in general, which is considered to be kind of the bigger market of oil, has sold off really hard today, down 47%, a low of $6.50. That's usually the one you hear on TV when they're talking about oil. So when oil was at $100 a barrel, this is what they were talking about. And now we're at $6, $7 a barrel. That's a really big deal. And this one probably will go negative at some point as well. I'll do a bigger update. So just wanted to let you guys know, watch out, we could be headed down. That being said, let's get to the meat and the potatoes of what we're talking about today. I will stop sharing my screen for just a minute. Want to bring on and introduce Blake Silverstein. Let me pop open your video. Blake.
Jonathan.
Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing today?
Doing great. I'm joining you from the New York Stock Exchange floor, as you can see here.
That's incredible.
Just taking the couple of weeks with your course has given me the confidence just to go to New York and to really make this thing happen.
Did they open the pits back up in New York? I thought they're closed.
Details, Jonathan, details.
All right. Well, Blake, I wanted to bring you on because you have been my guinea pig for creating an online course and one-on-one coaching process for learning how to day trade the stock market. So I made my first video for the Daily Opportunity just to say, hey, everybody, here's what I'm doing. And it was probably 5 minutes later when my phone rang. I had not saved your phone number. The last time we had talked was at Matt Woodhill's wedding. And then maybe a few times before that, but otherwise I've known you as probably the best DJ for my wedding ever. And so tell me why you called me. Why'd you reach out to me?
Yeah, man. I guess it was the right opportunity at the right time. I didn't grow up wealthy, and basically had spent the last couple of years educating myself on how the rich work, right? Reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, all these books about it, even about investing. Anyone who's read any of these books knows that it's a lot about just common financial knowledge. But one of the major takeaways from those books was to increase the amount of revenue streams that you have. Have a great 9-to-5 job, doing very well at it, successful. Have another source of income with some digital currency trading and stuff like that, and mining. So have that going for me. And I was really wanting to get into the stock market. Really wanted to, find out investing on a plan for myself to eventually get into tax deferment for investment in properties, things like this. Just some things that I read in those books that were, good advice. And so then your video popped up, right? So I'm literally reading these books, just finished a couple of them. And then here we are. I know you, and have known you, and you're a very smart guy. I've always been very impressed with how you are low key, knowledgeable and not braggadocious about things. But you very every time we've interacted, you seem to carry yourself well, and so you seem kind of credible, especially with your career. And
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So I thought, honestly, that was the only reason why I called you, was because I was thinking that you would actually, know what you're talking about, and just to see what was going on.
And so you had said, hey, let's get lunch. That seemed like a good idea. And then I think the next day is when everything shut down and now we've been in quarantine. So it was perfect opportunity. When I first started to work with you on kind of what the market looked like, and I'm going to share my screen once again and say, this is what the market looks like. Did it seem overwhelming to you or strange or foreign when you looked at it the very first time?
Yeah, man, there's a bunch of squiggly lines on there. I got some, numbers over there flashing, and I mean, I kind of, I've seen movies, and I've seen, and I read a little bit about it, obviously, to know what it indicated. But no, as far as being able to like make heads or tails of anything beyond that, it was going down or going up. Nothing, man. I mean, I was lost for sure.
Well, I think I mentioned it to you, and it's kind of, I'm a big fan of The Matrix. And in The Matrix, there's a scene where they're looking at the screen and it's just a bunch of ones and zeros. And he's like, man, how do you even see that? And he's like, well, eventually you don't see the ones and zeros. You see everything behind it. You see the picture of the Matrix. And I think that has really been kind of, in a way, the way you felt when you started. And now I think, just this last week, you said, you're absolutely right. Now I start to see the trends and I start to see where the movements are going. So it's kind
A
of
great analogy.
yeah.
I mean, you told me that, and I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was. And it's panning out to be. Yeah, now I feel like I'm able to, like you just said, notice trends, plot out what are called trading ranges, right? Just plot out, what I feel to be a resistance and support line. And that way I can make an educated guess. I mean, no, all the books all the information you've given me to review has been very helpful. Obviously, well thought out. You've obviously combed through a lot of information and just kind of cherry picked some of the good things for someone that's just coming on board, which has been extremely helpful.
Yeah. So are you trying to make day trading your primary source of income?
No.
Is this some way that, kind of like you talked about, one of those extra revenue streams that you're trying to?
Yes, exactly. And so, hey, who knows? I mean, it could go so well. I have a job that I love. I actually I do, ministry work, for our church. And so I'm that, the paycheck is kind of, an added bonus in a lot of ways, but no, that could very well be the future of my major source of revenues from day trading. That'd be great. And I wouldn't be opposed to that, but that's not my strategy right now. No.
Right. And so while we have focused on day trading and really specifically kind of minute by minute in the market, from your perspective, what you learned, could it also be applied to trading longer term in the market? A good way to start, might you say?
Oh, absolutely. I think that what you've given me to work, and clearly there are techniques that are meant for day trading, right? Just meant for that day. But no, what you've shared with me is an understanding of how the market moves over a long period of time, such that I could make an educated investment decision on probably a stock that is maybe depressed and looks like it's trading very low, and yeah, what you call a swing trade, or even a long-term investment for sure. Absolutely, what information you're educating me with is allowing me to do that as well.
Yeah. All right, rapid fire questions. Yes or no? Have the techniques I have shown you proved to make money during your simulated trading, which you've been doing simulated training to this point?
Yes.
And that's an important point, that you don't have to start with real money. You can learn this with fake monopoly money, which is a really cool thing. And that's what Blake has been doing. Have you seen me do the techniques live in the real market and make real money?
Yes.
Is this a get rich quick scam?
No.
Have I ever promised you'll make money in the stock market?
No.
And do I ever tell you what stocks to buy and when?
Never.
I think those are kind of really the important points for a lot of people. Like, this is not I'm not the guy on YouTube that is out there saying, I made $1 million in 30 seconds with a Tesla short, or, I'm on a private jet. Don't you want to be just like me? I'm just a regular guy. I came from a management career in the corporate world where I really enjoyed developing people and kind of coaching in one-on-one scenarios. And so that's what I want to do with the Daily Opportunity, and with bringing on others like yourself, Blake, to teach what I'm doing. And so today I am launching officially the training courses that I put Blake through, and I'm opening up 5 spots for people to come on and learn and be coached one-on-one with me on how to day trade the stock market, and also broader how to invest in the stock market. So my course costs $399 for the first 30 days, and you get all the training material that I put Blake through, and none of it's proprietary. You can go out there on YouTube and find it yourself. It's just, after months and months and months of digging through it all, this is the best of the best that I've found. And then you get 1 hour, 3 times a week with me as we go through the training material, and I teach you in your style. And then thereafter, it's $99 a month, and you will get 30 minutes every week for touching base and reviewing your trading style and where you are, and then continuing the process. And we'll have some other things that come along the way that are included in those $99 that bring extra value. So for the first 5 people that sign up, and I'm only doing 5 slots, I'm going to discount the first 30 days from $399 down to $199. And Blake, if I could give you a softball at $399, how did you feel about the course that you went through?
Done and done. I mean, just seeing how much money you can make. I mean, and the way that you go about it, you're not hyping it up. You are showing you step by step how to actually do this from nothing. One day you can make that or lose that. If you are going to try to monkey around with the stock market, you can lose that easily. And so it's the reason why 95% of people lose money going to the stock market, right? You got to know, and you've been very good about coaching. And so I think it's a done deal. Anyone that's interested in it's a terrific. I think it's underpriced, but that's just me.
Yeah, and you did mention to that. You said you're selling it too cheap. But I'm getting started, and I want to help others and help others make money, especially while we're all at home or as a second, third, fourth revenue stream. So 5 slots. Send me a direct message on either Facebook or YouTube, or call me if you have my phone number. I'm going to just do 5 to start because I want to make sure that I provide a quality course. 50% discount. Don't miss this. Blake, thank you for coming on the Daily Opportunity. I hope you go back to your New York trading zone there and you seek that opportunity.
Sorry, Jonathan. Sell, buy, sell. Yeah, thank you.
Seek that opportunity every day. It's been a lot of fun. Talk to everyone very soon.